Hey guys, Mike Segarra here, and welcome to your very first lesson. This video is going to be important. It's a very foundational video about placements on Amazon. So when you put money into sponsored ads, into sponsored brand ads, and all of the different ad types, where are your ads going to be shown? So why don't we dive right in? Now, I'm going to type in grill brush on Amazon.com, and let's see what comes up. This way, you guys have a good understanding of what you're actually paying for. So the very top advertisement here, this is actually called a sponsored brand ad. Now this course is all about sponsored products ads, and we have a very awesome course on sponsored brand ads that you can take that's going to help you make really, really good, solid sponsored brand ads. Now, this used to be called headline search ads. It's no longer called that, but just keep in mind that we are not going to be touching upon these types of ads in this course. What we're going to be focused on are these ads. They're called sponsored ads. And as you can see, the very top of the page, we have top of search ads. So right over here, sponsored. Then we have a little section called Amazon's Choice, then editorial recommendations, and then we have the very first organic listing because it does not say sponsored ads over here. So going back to the top here, these first two ads are called top of search ads. If I go into Seller Central and I do some digging into the reporting section, you're going to see that for this automatic campaign, top of search has its own metrics right over here. You can see the differences in the metrics in top of search compared to the other sections over here. So just keep in mind that the top of search that's mentioned over here inside of Seller Central are referring to these first top two advertisements. Next, as we go down the page, you're going to see that there's a bunch of organic listings, organic. Then we have an advertisement right over here, sponsored right over here. This is considered rest of search. Okay, guys? So now if you go back to Seller Central and you see this over here at the very bottom, rest of search shows up right over here. And that means it's anything other than the first two top listings on the first page is considered rest of search. However, there is one more area, and that is product pages. Let's check out product pages. If I click on any old listing over here and I go into the listing page, the advertisements that show up right over here that say sponsored products related to this item are advertisements on the product pages. Okay, guys? So there's a lot of busyness going on product pages, but when we're talking about sponsored product ads, sponsored products related to this item they're showing up right over here, and that's also correlating with this section right over here, product pages. And like I said, all three of them will have three different types of metrics because your ad will perform differently depending on whether or not it shows up at the top of the search, the bottom of the rest of the search, or the product pages. So next thing is if we go down the page, sometimes they also show sponsored products related to this item towards there it is, again, towards the bottom of the page. So just keep that in mind, that product pages can be any advertisement on the product detail page. Now I want to go into one other quick little caveat here. If I go to the bottom of this page and then I click on page 2, you're going to see some advertisements at the top of this page. These are still considered rest of search. These are not considered top of search, even though they're at the top of search on page 2. Because they're on the top of search for page 2, Amazon considers that rest of search, which will be right over here for rest of search.